You know, it's interesting when you think about qualities of people that you admire. What comes to mind immediately with Bill and Jill are two things. They each have a servant's heart. Here they are, leaders in the Cleveland area, and yet all over the world they have a servant's heart for engaging with people. And the other one is a rare quality. They're both really good listeners. And that is a rare quality, to be able to listen well, to be with people and hear them, and not just assume that you know how you're going to go and help them, but to be in relationship with people. And that requires good listening skills.
My dad's the type of person that if you compliment a painting on the wall, he'll pull the painting off the wall and try to give it to you. He's just amazingly generous.
Jill is the most empathetic human being. She is giving and they're generous, and they look for people that are the poorest of the poor, and she reaches out to them, and you can just see it in her eyes. Last year they opened their house to Community West Foundation for a party at the end of the year. And they opened the entire house and gave us anything that we wanted to make us feel comfortable. And by the end of the evening, you felt like you were part of the Oatey family.
Well, growing up, we did almost everything together as a family. There were 4 of us siblings. We were all 2.5 years apart. And we shared sports and activities and church and family time together.
We had the traditional sort of Lutheran upbringing, church every Sunday, lots of chores around the house, but it really helped for us to frame our values from that experience.
So our families all grew up together. We had my parents had 10 grandchildren in 10 years, and we spent a lot of time together doing family activities. So all of our children are very respectful of each other. They enjoy their time with their cousins.
Growing up was a lot of fun. Always a lot going on, a lot of activities, sports, fun, just a lot of action, a lot. Never seemed to be a dull moment with my brother and sister and parents.
My mom would have her signature 5 o'clock dance party most nights when things got a little hectic around the house. My dad, we would frequently have sock fights when he got home from work, wrestling in the backyard, going on hikes. My parents also really had a great philosophy and tradition of family dinner, and I feel very grateful that we ate dinner as a family a lot.
We, at a young age, learned how to ski, and parents were first, and then early 60s, we all got skis and headed off to there were no mountains in Ohio, of course, but whatever ski run was open at the time and in Western New York.
We really were outside a lot, and both parents made a big point for us to appreciate the outdoors, to appreciate exercise in particular. I distinctly remember in his office he had a case where he had carried the torch for the Olympics one year in the 80s. He was wearing the shortest shorts you've ever seen. That definitely resonated down to all of us. We were all big runners, and we all go skiing a lot and play soccer and do lots of different things.
My dad coached my team and my brother and sister's teams as well, and that was always fun, having your dad as your coach as a young boy. That's just kind of cool. And having a role model like that to look up to, somebody that was, very active, fit, ran marathons, triathlons, and did a lot of sports. And I've definitely taken that cue and have taken to coaching my kids' teams too. And it was definitely something that, I really enjoyed as a kid, and I wanted to be able to do that for my kids and provide that kind of same experience and in their lives.
Bill first became involved at our race day, and I think it was our first race day, because this year's our 34th, at Lakewood Park. And he ran with Courtney in a special chair that he had concocted way before racing sports chairs and assist chairs were popular, because this was 1986.
Bill and Jill Oatey, I've always admired their Christian walk and their faith. I'd met them at church. Bill Village Project is an organization based on biblical principles, not associated with any one denomination. People that have a strong faith are so important to our organization, especially in a delivery angel capacity. There are many opportunities that our clients have. They request prayer, and I am always so comfortable to have Bill in that role, to be able to walk into a home and feel free to share his faith and offer a comfort to others. I've been in Bible studies with Jill over the years, and her wisdom and her heart are something that I admire greatly, and it's a great gift and witness to others. I would just say they are tremendous Christian witnesses, and they're just a blessing to be surrounded by.
There are many things to admire about Bill and Jill, but their relationship and their relationship to the Lord and the church. They openly talk about their faith and share that with people and seek to help people. They're always involved in helping in some way, and she, as a marriage counselor at the church, still comes in and will see couples together to help them in their marriages.
What I see in Bill and Jill is that they're following God. Jesus said, "Follow me. Feed the hungry, take care of the sick and the poor." I see that not only here locally, because I know they're active in the community here, but also internationally when I look at the interaction with the many communities when we would go to Guatemala. And just living out their faith, walking it.
Bill Oatey has many amazing qualities, as all of us might know, but his passion for reducing suffering in the world and his passion for water and people having the basic things that they need to survive and keep their families healthy every day is really inspiring.
One of the privileges I had as a pastor was leading mission teams to different third world countries. And I've been on mission trips with both Bill and Jill. Bill has been to Guatemala a couple of times working with putting in water systems to help the people have clean water. And some of us worked with Habitat for Humanity in building homes for the people in Guatemala. I also went to Jamaica, and Jill went on our trip to Jamaica, and we were working with a local church there to help rebuild the school and build a driveway in front of the church.
When her and I were together in Guatemala, we had a blast. And I was a cool college kid at the time, trying to learn Spanish, and my mom had no idea how to speak Spanish. So, every third word was, well, what did he say? What did she say? Well, tell him I want to say this. And my mom's a big talker, so with the language barrier was just meant we got even closer on those 7 days. So.
Bill and I and Tom Madden and a whole bunch of other people were on a mission trip to Guatemala to build a home for an individual. As we realized that the people really needed clean water, he was the one that researched finding a viable clean water solution, which turned out to be Living Waters for the World.
Bill is a member of our board of directors, but that's not how we came to know each other. And I think that speaks to why I love Bill so much. Bill was a member of one of our trained volunteer mission teams working in Guatemala, and I came to find out that he even has a background in the water industry. And so he would be a perfect choice for our board of directors, and that's how I got to know Bill, was through his volunteerism.
I think, role models and leading by example is something that that both my parents really have done an incredible job of, and kind of set the bar and the expectation for me, my sister, and my brother, and how we live our lives. All of their participation with Bay Presbyterian Church and Youth Challenge and West Shore YMCA. My mom speaks frequently with the MOPS group, and they mentor couples through Bay Presbyterian Church. My dad, over the last few years, has gotten really involved with Living Waters of the World, and the list goes on and on.
They tend to recognize the gaps in the community today, And whether that's helping youth challenged with the need for a facility or working with Community West to fill the gaps in the inner city or feed the hungry, or in Bill and Jill's case, they've addressed the water situation worldwide, not just local. They seem to respond, but with great inquiry and purpose.
He was the one that found the system that we started installing in schools and in hospitals and just general communities where clean water was unavailable until we installed those. We installed over 12 systems in Guatemala. What's really amazing about it, it takes dirty water and it will make 300 gallons of water per hour that can take care of a community of 1,000, 1,500 people each day.
Although Bill's been a member of the board since 2006, he's been the chairman of the board for the last 4 years. It took some coaxing to get him to take it, but when he did, he took it with great gusto. He goes on every site visit, he goes to the poverty simulations, he belongs to the book club, all of our special events and all of the board meetings. I can't thank him enough for his enthusiasm and for Jill's enthusiasm on our partner board for coming to the site visits and poverty simulations and being very active in the Community West Foundation. I've never seen anyone more humble in giving their money to the poor or to those in need than Bill and Jill Oatey. They do it with great humility, and they are wonderful people. They have one of the largest donor advised funds we have at Community West Foundation.
They are just so down to earth. They are always willing to listen, to ask, to be able to not just support financially, but to roll their sleeves up and be involved. Bill comes and delivers food for us to our clients. He's what we call delivery angel.
Throughout his career at Oatey Company, he was involved in a number of sustainable causes. He was involved with Entrepreneurs for Sustainability in its infancy, back when sustainability was not yet kind of an in vogue topic. It's definitely resonated for me. I'm very involved today in water and environmentalism and sustainability, and a lot of that comes from him.
When I think of Bill and Jill Oatey, I think of noblesse oblige. But then that's not quite right. I really do think of Luke 12:48. To whom much is given, much is required. And Bill and Jill live that motto, live that message of the Bible. They receive much, but they give it to the poor with great gusto, without fanfare, without lights and drums and names on the sides of buildings. They do it from their heart, and they do it compassionately and well.
That whole philosophy and idea of doing that has resonated loud and clear with me personally, and I think with my brother and sister as well. We're in a very fortunate position with what we've been given and the gifts that we have, and so there's some high expectations that we truly give back and support our community and help others to come up and have opportunities that we had. So
my image of the two of them is holding the door open to allow others to pass through.
What a wonderful example you've set for all of us to strive forward and make a difference in this world. Thank you.
Bill and Jill, congratulations on receiving the Art of Caring Award from the Community West Foundation. I can't think of two people that exemplify that better than you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bill and Jill.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jill and Bill.
I'm so happy to see you being acknowledged for this award.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bill and Jill.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad, for receiving the Art of Caring Award. We couldn't be more proud of you both for all of the hard work and everything that you've given back to this community to make it a better place for us and for our kids and maybe someday our children's children.